Hello, my name is Mark Weisleder, and I am a real estate lawyer, author, and newspaper columnist. So one of my own methods for developing my business was to educate the public and educate real estate agents. And by educating them, I was hoping to show myself as an expert in the field, so it could be good for my own business development. But it has grown more than I ever thought. As a result of my education seminars, I decided to write, and that led me to write books, and it led me to write columns in the Toronto Star. And as a result of that, this led to my being hired as a speaker for many groups. And it all really started from my just deciding that I was going to give education seminars. And so that's why I think it's a great idea to do that, because it allows you to learn, to educate, and to just be better at what you do. I think for anyone, no matter what your industry, you have to always keep learning. And I think that if you start to write and speak, whether at local events, community events, sometimes even business lunches, just practice and start speaking to groups about your expertise. And by doing it more, you'll get better. You'll learn from the questions, and you'll also demonstrate to your audience that you're an expert in the field. So it's a wonderful way to start with business development, by writing, speaking locally to groups, and then you never know how that is going to help you in the future. What I've noticed in the past year is that this remains one of the best markets that I've ever seen in 30 years in real estate, because you have a combination of historic low interest rates. You have high immigration. Everybody wants to come to live in the GTA, and there's very few homes available. And as a result, the market keeps going up. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's going to crash, but it's not going to crash. And this is the mistake a lot of people made when they didn't buy 3 years ago, because they heard the market was going to crash. Canada is extremely stable, it's extremely safe, and everyone in the world wants to come here. And this is why it's different from most other areas. And even within Canada, most people choose the GTA because we have so many different cultures and communities and languages spoken here. So this is why, to me, it is still a wonderful time to buy. Maybe you may have to buy a little bit outside the core of Toronto, but I still believe that real estate is one of the greatest investments you'll make in your lifetime. In my experience, I find that the value of a detached home will rise higher and quicker than a condominium over the long run. I believe both are excellent investments, and sometimes you just can't afford a detached home in the area that you want to live in. So it's a bit of a trade-off. If you want to live in a detached home for the price of a condominium, you're going to have to move farther out of the city. But if you're close to the GO train, then it sort of makes up for it. Transportation is very important. So I think that's the balance that young couples have to make. I do believe they should buy something to get into the market. And for many couples, that may be a condominium closer to where they work. But if they can afford or put together enough of a down payment to buy a home, a detached house or a semi-detached house, I think long term that will be a better investment for them. In many ways, I find that we offer value and services that other lawyers don't. So number one, I have been doing real estate for over 30 years, and so any buyer or seller gets the benefit of my advice and problem-solving skills on every deal. So I supervise every file in this office. That's number one. Number two, we have a facility so that if our clients cannot come to my office here, either in Brampton or Toronto, we send people to the client to sign them up at no extra charge. And we have been able to close deals as far as Hamilton, Kitchener, Barrie, Oshawa, and the entire Greater Toronto area. And that's because we do what's right for the customer. One of the other positives of our firm is that we give a detailed written quote for everything that it's going to cost up front, so the client knows to the penny how much they're going to pay for our services, including all the disbursements, title insurance, and HST, so there's no surprises on closing. And in addition, we offer closing protection services and insurance that other law firms don't. So for example, for sellers, you can get closing protection in case the buyer gets delayed or can't come up with the money. So we have a policy that will protect sellers for up to $25,000 if their closing gets delayed. For buyers, we offer similar coverage, plus for buyers, we offer them protection on their appliances and their systems after closing, because things break down and sellers don't guarantee anything, so we offer this protection that other law firms don't. So when you look at the convenience we give to customers, the openness about our fees, and the additional value that we have, together with my own experience, I think we offer a terrific package for any buyer and seller looking for a lawyer in the Greater Toronto Area. In order to reach me, you can visit my website at markweisleider.com, or you can contact me directly at either 905-454-9606 or 416-702-2499.